Just started the live stream. We're gonna make sure it's running before I prepare it. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. So make sure it is live, that it's recorded, and it will be available after.
So we can watch it a year from now.
That's right. That's right. And it'll be attached to Ben's memorial. It's just less thick. It's gonna fall apart easy. Multiplying Kleenexes. Yeah, that's crazy.
Good afternoon. We are the family and friends of Elizabeth Louise Hale, known by many as Betty. We have come together here in this chapel and online to remember and to celebrate her life. We have come to acknowledge our loss, and we have come to comfort and encourage each other. Let us begin by breathing in to life, the fact of our own precious lives, which is the common miracle each one of us holds. A reading from Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in right paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the darkest valley, I have no fear, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my foes. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of God forevermore. Today we celebrate and remember life, one particular life, Elizabeth's life. What does it mean to celebrate? The popular meaning of the word is to gather with happiness and joy. And I believe there will be lots of good stories about Betty, shared today and remembered in our hearts. Celebration at the end of a life is much more than just the happy times. To celebrate at the end of life means that we remember the whole of Betty's life. and we are privileged that her daughters, Krista and Shannon, will share some of the markers of that life as only close family members are able to do. I'd like to invite forward Krista or Shannon or her husband to share about Betty now.
Hi everyone, for those who don't know who I am, I'm Beth's son-in-law, Justin. I am reading this on behalf of Beth's daughters, Krista and Shannon. First of all, we would like to thank everyone for coming today. It means so much to have you here. Our beautiful mom, our hearts are broken. We cannot believe we already had to say our goodbyes. It is just too soon. It all feels like a bad dream, like our mom has said in the past few months, a nightmare. We miss your big hugs and I love yous. Our mom had a beautiful heart of gold. She loved hard for those ones she loved. She would worry if she hadn't heard from us throughout the day, even though we had talked in the morning. She would definitely let us know that she was not happy to not get the phone call during the day. We will miss calling mom up when we have some exciting news. We never miss a day talking to our mom. We're missing her voice so much. Just a few weeks ago, we were sitting and talking with mom and our Uncle Doug, and he asked mom who the bossiest was. Without hesitation, she says Shannon. She did, however, say Krista came in second with the bossiness. Mom enjoyed socializing with a tea or an ice cap with her favorite people. All three of us sure did love our ice caps. Shopping together was always part of our girls' day night. Going out for dinner 2 times a month at the mall when we were kids was so special. We recently went out for dinner for Mom's 65th birthday at St. Hubert's. It was Mom's favorite restaurant. We didn't know that it would be our last time out together for dinner. We truly miss those days together talking, laughing, and just enjoying each other's company. There were so many beautiful memories that we will keep close to our hearts. Some of the best times, we must say, were as kids going up north to the Laurentians, where the grandparents lived and where Mom grew up. So many memories swimming, boating, tubing, water skiing, and jumping off the bluffs, the side of the mountains at Lake McDonald. We spent so much time with Mom and made amazing memories that we will cherish forever. It is going to be so very hard to keep going without your mom. But like we told her, we will be okay because we have each other. She would reply, "You will always have me in your hearts." Mom loved all 6 of her grandbabies so very much. They're so lucky to have a wonderful Grammy in each of their lives. She always made sure to see all of them as often as possible. Would do anything for them. She would always say how proud she was of them, and she would do anything for them. We all had such a special bond with Grammy that they all had a special bond with Grammy that they will never forget. We will continue to make you proud, Mom. We have you in our hearts always and forever. We are missing you so deeply, Mom. It hurts so much. You left us beautiful memories. Your love is still our guide and Though we cannot see you, you're always by our side. Love you more. Love your girls. Hugs, kiss, hugs. I want to. All right, so after reading from anybody, hey big sis, I can't begin to tell you how much I miss you already. I want you to know how much I love you and having you as my sister meant to me. We have always lived near and far, but we always make time to talk 2 to 3 times a week. I will truly miss calling and saying, "Hi Bet, how is it going?" And to hear your voice reply, "It's going." I'm so proud of you, Bet. You showed such a courageous attitude and good spirit these last few months. We shared much laughter, joy, and tears. Here's some of the laughter. I remember arriving a couple of weeks ago after the 14-hour drive from Halifax, and the first thing you wanted me to do was paint your nails, and paint them orange. I searched 3 stores, got the color, painted the nails. Then the hospice staff came in and said they had a basket full of nail polish colors. And you said, "Great, tomorrow let's paint them all different colors." I did manage to convince you at least to enjoy that color for a few days. I think the most funniest time was the day I was giving you a neck and shoulder massage, and that day Doug and Leanne were coming in for a visit. I was sitting on the bed in front of you massaging your shoulder, and I said, "Oh my God, Bet, if Doug walks in right now, he will think I'm strangling you." To which you said, "That's his job." We laughed so hard we were crying, and you kept saying, I said a good one, eh, Barb? It really was a good one, Bet. I'm still laughing and crying when I think about it. Another funny time that you bet was when your doctor stopped by and asked how you were doing today, and you said, "What do you have to do to get your hair washed around here?" I think you thought you were in a first-class hotel room service, so I thank the Cornwall Hospice for all the special care and attention you received, and how they always made us feel so welcome when visiting you. Betty, your humor and spirit stayed strong to the end. You have left a wonderful legacy. You brought 2 beautiful daughters up, who went on to marry caring husbands, who gave you 6 beautiful grandchildren, who you loved and devoted your life to, and they loved you so much. These last couple of months, as hard as they were, also left me with such fond and cherished memories that will be in my heart forever. We talked a lot about when we were kids, becoming wives, mothers, and even grandmothers. But we forgot to talk about how to fill the void you have left in my heart now that you're gone. You were a great big sister right up to the end, trying to comfort me as much as I did to you. And it gives me such peace and joy knowing that your final resting place is what you're surely proved, Mom and Tony in heaven. I love you so much, Bet. You already missed so much, but never forgotten until we meet again, sis. Love you with all my heart, Barb. Hugs, kiss, hugs, kiss, hugs, kiss, hugs, kiss, hugs, kiss, hugs, kiss. I'm gonna run out of glue on the paper. Yes, the flowers are for me, Betty, not Doug.
Thank you, Justin, for sharing the words of Barb, Krista, and Shannon. You have touched our hearts with your words and memories and love. Let's take a moment to pause and hear a song that Betty wanted to have played at her funeral, which is Amazing Grace.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Was grace that taught my heart to feel, and grace my fears relieved. How precious is that grace of you, the hour I first believed. When we've been there 10,000 bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise. And when we first began, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. The amazing grace.
A poem by Flora McCarthy called Remembering. Everyone loves to be remembered, but if we want to be remembered, we have a duty also to remember. Memory is a powerful thing. Rightly used, it keeps the past alive. Those who are remembered never die. They continue to walk and talk with us. Their influence is still felt among us. There is nothing stronger. There is nothing more helpful. There is nothing more healing than a good remembrance. It is a tough job to say goodbye to someone you love, someone who has been a good friend, a much-loved family member, your parent, your mother-in-law, and someone who was a grandma who thought the world of you, a special part of your life. We remember from our own experiences that goodbyes are hard. Even going to the airport with a family member, or saying farewell to a friend who's moving to another part of the country. It's hard saying goodbye. What we are called to do today is so much more difficult. It is to say our final goodbye to Elizabeth, family member, community member, and teacher, and cherished friend. It is not easy, but we do so fully aware that the word goodbye is the short form for God be with you. Although Betty did not often attend church, she believed in God. God is with Betty. God is with us. Peace, deep peace, is what we seek when we have so unexpectedly lost someone. The diagnosis of an advanced illness, of stage 4 cancer, followed by a brief time in hospice, requires a quick pivot from regular life into the acceptance that life is changing drastically and quickly. A grave illness of a loved one is a peace-disturbing experience. It doesn't feel real. It is hard to accept, hard to process. It is a hard task to come to this place to say our last goodbye. Yet that is what we are called to do today, to say our goodbye to Betty, who has touched each person in this chapel and on our online chapel for the good. One need is to come to terms with her loss gently and gradually, and to find and to feel that deep and lasting peace that she is held forevermore in the great and awesome peace. And so I want to touch briefly on some of the steps that we can tread along the path that leads to peace when someone close to you dies. Remembering, feeling, and gratitude. Remember, that is one of the reasons we are here today, to remember the life of Betty. We begin our process of remembering today in this service, but it is only a start. As you will carry on, as you meet and visit with one another in the hours, days, and weeks to come. And we do remember Betty, this well-loved and loving woman. I have heard not so much a baker or a cook, but boy, could she hug. She loved to hug her grandchildren, or her grandbabies, as she called them. Dylan, Braden, Landon, Riley Thunder, Jacob, and Malia. 5 boys and a girl, That's a lot of hugs. She cherished her grandbabies. Above all, Betty was a family person. She loved to go places together with her family. Simple things, really, like going shopping, as we heard earlier, and just spending time. She loves socializing, I've heard. Talking and laughing and sharing, just being with people. And she was a strong, independent woman and very straightforward, but with a big heart full of love and a beautiful laugh. Betty lived an active life in her time. I learned this week that Betty enjoyed two kinds of skiing, snow skiing and water skiing. How's that for adventurous? She loved the outdoors and she combined her love of outdoor living with people as she taught to swim. I imagine that Betty's siblings, Phil, Barbie, John, and Doug, and her step-siblings, Kim, Chris, and Susan. I imagine from your younger years, you may have even more memories. Feelings. It's tough to lose someone you love, someone who has been part of your life for so many years. But one of the best things you can do is to share your feelings around Betty's life, especially the feelings that are most difficult to put into words. Share them with a good friend or someone you can trust completely. For in the sharing over time, peace will come. Peace arrives when we realize that death is not a dead end. Far from it. Feeling our feelings in our time of grief is a gateway to peace. And gratitude. Gratitude for the life and times we shared with our sister and stepsister, with our mother, our grandmother, our friend. Gratitude for what has been. Gratitude for the place of peace that holds Betty now. Gratitude for paths of healing and peace, well trod by generations before us. A promise of peace to follow with a thankful heart. This place of peace may take some time to arrive, but it has already begun. In the gathering here, in the warmth of friends and family today, remembering, feeling, and gratitude that holds Betty, that holds each other, and that holds ourselves in peace and love forever. I'd like to offer another song now, also chosen by grandmother, mother, by Betty. That is The Wind Beneath My Wings. Let's listen.
Lost in cold there in my shadow. Never has some light on your face. You're content to let me shine. You always want to get behind. So I put some of it all away. While you were the one that always stayed. my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I got it all here in my mind. I want you to know I know the truth. Cause I know you. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. I would fly higher than eagles. You are the wind beneath my wings. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wish I could be. Oh, life, got you flying higher than eagles. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my Thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings.
Friends and family, Elizabeth Louise Hale has died. She died peacefully surrounded by her loved ones on July 23rd, this year, 2022. She was the daughter of the late Warren Lewis Hale and Wendy, and Nancy Louise Bratton and Tony. Elizabeth Louise Hale was the loving mother of Krista with Justin, Shannon with Simon, and the cherished grandmother of Dylan, Braden, Landon, Riley Thunder, Jacob, and Malia. She was predeceased by her sister Shirley and survived by her siblings Phil with Rose, Barbie with Jeremy, John, Doug with Leanne, and her step-siblings Kim, Chris, and Susan. Elizabeth Louise Hale will be missed by her many nieces, nephews, family, and friends. Before we make our way to Black River Cemetery, for those who are able, let's take a moment of quiet reflection to give thanks for the life of Betty and this time we have shared together. You are welcome to close your eyes in the manner of prayer if that is comfortable for you, or sit with your eyes open in this place of peace. Let us pray. Universe, God, Spirit of love and healing, that energy of living for which we have no name, we thank you for Elizabeth. We give thanks for the years we have shared with her, the good we saw in her, and the love we received from her. Now give us strength and courage to release her into the cycle of life, of birth, growth, decay, and death. Like the seasons of the year, spring, summer, fall, and winter, that nourish the cycle of life in the seasons to come. Before we leave this place, let us pause in the silence to be connected in this heart space together, to give thanks for each other, and to begin to release Betty into the tender arms of God forevermore. Amen. To those who are here and to those in our online space, thank you for your presence here today. We go forth with gratitude to Rushnell Funeral Home, who has provided a space for online condolences. And if desired, donations to Hospice Cornwall would be appreciated by the family. Those who are able will now proceed to Black River Cemetery for the interment of ashes. Let us go now in peace.
Hale.